Yeah. Yeah.
God preserve you, good knight. Can I do something for you?
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's the truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see, a place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Will you give me the ointment?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the...
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin? And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grief.
What kind of ointment?
One that I...
So,
The ointment...
I want to know... I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and...
Very well. But only because the...
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What in the... Has some... What? What do you want here? Hoppet or... What?
Are you looking for me?
Huh?
What's it to be? What are you doing here? Get lost or you'll... Something you're looking for here.
Came from over here.
I've heard something about a magic...
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude! What?
It's not about the money.
It can't have got any more dangerous since she sold it to us. Tell her we're ever so grateful for her...
I've heard something...
Really?
The herb woman.
Gertrude.
She'd like to know just what you're planning to...
What made her change her tune? You can tell her we planned...
Who is it?
Well, I never.
I heard something about a magic ointment that you...
You heard that where? And what?
The herb woman said.
Gertrude?
That's not the point.
We know all that.
What's going on out there?
something happened.
I've heard something about...
What? Who took...
Gertrude sent.
And what did she say?
No. She's worried. What I've heard all...
Burning.
Yes.
To hell with.
I'm not here...
Fool! What in the...
Oh.
Hey.
I've heard some...
What?
Gertrude...
And what did she...
No. Witchcraft and sorcery.
And praying has. For years I spit down on my knees, but I was with child. Did you know that? But the horror of it drove the child from my womb lifeless. If charms and spells won't help us, nothing will. We're doing no wrong. We go to the woods alone, at night, and we hurt no one. I won't say any more.
Yeah.
These onions will make you weep like a baby. I hope I can... May the Lord watch over you.
My hump.
Take care now.
I'd like to discuss...
Finally.
God's sake.
Have you got a bed for...
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
All right.
What do you say to...
You're a right pinch. You all like it here. Farewell.
We're here. We all know what to do, don't we?
I'm not altogether sure. Gertrude didn't want to say anything about that. So all we know is what we came up with ourselves. Dan, I feel peculiar now.
The ointment is the main thing, and we'll think up some chant or two.
Just let's get it over with quick. I keep hearing weird noises.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When?
Battles lost and won. What's that nonsense you're bubbling?
I didn't make it up. It came out of me all by itself.
My vision's blacking out, and I feel the earth moving. Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
We're not doing it for our sake. Our intentions are pure. There's nothing to worry about.
Silence. Hush now. Do you hear that? As if someone was singing.
That'll be the tree roots. The earth speaks to us. Like Gertrude said. Why is it getting so dark?
It seemed very loud. Make them stop. At least for a while, please. My head hurts.
Let it happen. Lucifer, star of the morning, we're here to ask you a boon.
What is it? Aaron, pray for us. I feel the devil is coming.
I'll go toward him. Show him the way to find us.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now at the hour of our death.
What are you praying to the Virgin Mary? You'll scare the devil away.
Stop praying and speaking of death. We are here to save life since we've lost our own. Satan, appear and send pestilence on all the humans. I'm coming to meet you. Lord,
I hear someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta?
No, I'm still over here.
Prince of Dark.
Why are you testing it? And then we...
I won't be for.
Oh.
In
Are you quite well
huh?
from the gate? Oh, no.
I.
We're here. We all know what to do.
I'm not altogether sure. Gertrude didn't want to say anything about that, so all we know is what we came up with ourselves. Damn. I feel all peculiar, though.
The ointment is the main thing, and we'll think up some chant. When... I hear someone coming.
Prince of Darkness.
What? Are you
Huh?
from the gate?
I...
What?
I...
Fly?
I... Will...
Oh, no.
What about...
Kuta, you chicken!
I...
We're here. We all know what to do, don't we?
I'm not altogether sure. Gertrude didn't want to say anything about that. So all we know is what we came up with ourselves. Damn. I feel all peculiar now.
The ointment is the main thing, and we'll think up some chant or two.
Just let's get it over with, quick. I keep hearing weird noises.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done? When... Damn it!
The battle's lost and won. What's that nonsense you bubbling?
I didn't make it up. It came out of me all by itself.
My vision's blacking out, and I feel the earth moving. Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
We're not doing it for our sake. Our intentions are pure. There's nothing to worry about.
Silence. Hush now. Do you hear that? As if someone was singing.
That'll be the tree roots. The earth speaks to us. Like Gertrude said. Why is it getting so dark?
It's singing very loud. Make them stop. At least for a while, please. My head hurts.
Don't be scared. Let it happen. Lucifer, star of the morning, we're here to ask you a boon.
What is it? Hail Mary, pray for us. I feel the devil is coming.
I'll go toward him. Show him the way to find us.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now at the hour of our death.
What are you praying to the Virgin Mary? You'll scare the devil away.
Stop praying and speaking of death. We are here to save lives since we've lost our own. Satan, appear and send pestilence on all the humans. I'm coming to meet you.
Who is it? Who's there?
Just me. I haven't found anyone.
Who's me? You're Lucifer, aren't you? Lucifer, thank you for heeding our call. Send the plague down on Sigismund and his humans.
It's me, Vera. I think so. Everything's a muddle.
Lucifer, deliver us from the humans. A plague upon them and their families. Lord God, you turned your back on us in our hour of need. We beg you, at least now command Lucifer to rid us of the humans.
Yes, Lucifer, deliver us of the humans. Here and now, come among us. Take what you want and let Sigismund and the humans die of the plague like mangy dogs. They killed our husbands and children. Let them die. Let them go back whence they came, back to hell.
Come, Satan, and take us. Hush now. Do you hear that? There really is somebody in those bushes. Come among us. You there? Are you Lucifer? Doesn't matter who you are. Come here.
You dreamt it.
O Prince of Exiles, you who the world has treated wrong. Satan, have pity on our endless despair.
I hear someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta?
No, I'm still over here.
What's going on here?
Welcome, Prince of Darkness. And make yourself at home.
What would you like us to do? We will fulfill your every wish. if you fulfill ours.
Prince of Darkness? What in God's name are you babbling about?
Why are you testing us?
Testing you? Jesus Christ, what have you been smearing on yourselves?
A magic ointment from the herb woman? We are ready to pleasure you, Lord. In return, all we ask is that you rid us of the humans. And if you won't rid us of them, then help us get away from here. Give us riches, so we can start a new life in the city.
I won't be fulfilling any of your wishes.
Oh. What must we do to please you, O Lord?
In return, you'll have to... Shit. I feel very weird.
Oh, that ointment. You smeared the ointment on me.
Fear not, my lord. Nothing will happen to you. It's all part of the ceremony.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What did you do to me?
Are you quite well after your long journey?
Huh? Long journey? What?
From the gates of hell to here. When will you take care of the humans? And why don't you have horns and...
How come you're a talking mare?
What mare? Does your sight deceive you? I'm Vera, and I turn many a young man's head in Uzhitz.
I flew in on a tree branch.
Flying on a branch? Will you teach us how to do that too? We are your mate.
I got rid of my horns and hooves along the way, and I keep my tail in my breeches. I only get it out for special occasions.
I hope there'll be one soon. What's that?
Will you serve me?
Oh yes, our Lord of Hellfire. We'll do whatever you want. Just rid us of those wretched humans.
Me. Take...
No, me.
And what about the other one?
Kuta, you chicken! Speak up!
I want you, Mare.
I knew it.
That was tough. Oh, but I'm all dizzy again.
What is wrong with you? Is something going to come of it or not?
I need to sleep.
Bugger sleep! What was that? What is it? Someone coming!
What's the... What happened here? Shit! Oh my god. These are no demons, just flesh and blood woodcutters. I'll never be able to explain this to anyone. A fucking ointment. Damn that old hag. Now what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I found out more about the...
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold of some magic lotion from the herbalman, and they're using it to summon...
For the love of heaven.
I followed them to where they held their Sabbath. They summoned the devil, danced...
Oh my God.
The women were completely out of their minds from that ointment. Then some woodcutters stormed in. They wanted to put a stop to the witch's Sabbath.
Good God. And what happened?
I had to kill the woodcutters to save those women from them.
For Christ's sake! How could you? Such needless slaughter! Those men meant well. Was there no other way to stop the bloodshed?
The woodcutters were beside themselves with rage, baying for the women's blood. There was no reasoning with them.
There must have been another way.
I did everything I could.
The good Lord observes your deeds. Pray for the souls of those unfortunate Christians. Pray, because you have blood on your hands. At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Pray for their loved ones and for your soul and mine, because we share the blame. And now please, go. Goodbye.
Yeah! I'm at your service. Is there someone here?
Of course. How good are you with a bow?
I've shot a few times.
Then you'll have no trouble. Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. Meanwhile, I'll... May the Lord... Right, archers. Let's begin. End of game. Henry is the victor.
You'd better put that weapon away, or you'll be asking for trouble.
of some...
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki.
Riki. You mean Hinek?
Maybe. Do you know?
He's not usually around here. Try asking at his home. But I hope you've got a thick skin.
So you know this Hinek?
Well, not much, I confess. Most of the village folk...
Why's that?
Well, no one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company.
What can you tell?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk.
Why do they call Hinek Riki?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand.
True enough. But not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his...
Why has he got such...
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Ratai for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies. And they beat up some...
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've...
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
Well, he's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called. Good luck to you.
Good afternoon.
I heard you've been seeing him.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I can't...
Aye, I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where can I find him?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have...
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to? He goes to the woods from time to time.
What do you mean? There's no law against...
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man...
But Hinek doesn't have anything to do with those...
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he...
I really don't know what you want from me. So, Hinek is a bit odd, and sometimes he goes off into the woods. So what?
When did you last...
A few days ago.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much.
So he was acting strangely?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember any...
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting... Aye, and then he was talking about the money.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden.
I see. What did you say to...
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did you go there for a...
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously, he made it up.
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly...
He said he buried it at his father's smallhold.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
God save you.
I'm looking for your son.
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes?
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, Why would I tell every time?
Watch your tongue, peasant. I'm an envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and this is an official investigation. Stop trying to put me off, and tell me where your son is right now.
I apologize if I offended you, young man. But still, I don't know where Hynek is. He turned up at the house a while back, but then he vanished again in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went? What?
Look, it's been clear to me for a long time that my boy was headed for the gallows. But I'm still his father, right? And you can't expect me to rat on my own son.
If you value your son's life at all, you better pray I find him, because I'm not the only one looking for him.
That's no surprise. But what of it? If you're here on behalf of Sir Radzig, there's nothing waiting for Hynek but the gibbet.
That's for Sir Radzig to judge. But even if it's true, I'm sure Hynek would rather hang than fall into the hands of those savages.
I can't say you put my mind at ease. But to hell with it. All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't
follow.
Hynek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you. I'd like to talk to you.
I'm very busy.
Do you at least know any?
As far as I know, nobody here.
I heard he's seeing some...
Maybe.
Don't you have any...
I really don't know nothing about...
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning.
He had money because he...
I suppose. He never kept any...
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course.
All right. I'll ask at the inn. What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear.
I know he didn't talk to you about. How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to...
I reckon. What do I know? Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please, try and find him.
Who's there?
Anything else? Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, what was that noise? Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say.
My respects to you. Good luck to you. I'd like to discuss... Well... Are we agreed? I'd almost shake... Aye. I'd like to discuss... Sure. Agree? I'd almost... Are we agreed? Well, now. That's a sum... Yeah.
I'll be with you.
I want to ask about...
Ask someone else. It only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story.
Who are you,
A friend of Hinek's.
I don't know where he is. But if you find him...
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone.
What have our deals got to do with it?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. Believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime.
All right, all right. But give me your word of honor. You won't tell anyone about...
You have my word.
Fine.
I hear Hinek.
Not exactly. That is...
But?
But I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave.
How do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
How much game did he...
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up...
And do you know of any mine shafts?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Have you got a little time, Smith? Hey there, Goodman.
What is it?
I'd like to challenge you to a duel, sir. A little amicable combat.
Why not? I could use...
Excellent. I see you have no fear. Is that... Missed. Curva. Take that. Fucker. Damn! Give up. Damn! Bring it. That was a fine duel, sir. I thank you. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you've no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Huh. Then who are you?
I come here in the name of Sir Radzig Kobyla and Sir Hanish of Lightburn. I'm investigating the raid on the north.
Got no idea what you're on.
Save your breath. If you want any chance to escape the gallows, you better come clean, all right?
Jesus Christ.
So?
Fine then.
That Neuhoff raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned.
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhoff. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard. Well, they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking, I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
That gang of yours, what could...
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavan. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never...
I'm sure you did mischief enough.
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess and...
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're going to rob a farm. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then. Nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
Where did the rest of your gang...
You saw Limpy?
Yes, but he's no use to me now.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north.
Did you know any of Runt's...
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got...
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp...
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination. But...
Tell me exactly how...
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people... Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end...
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just...
And it wasn't?
No, not...
What happened then?
I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knock him to the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scuff.
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so we'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up.
There was some difference of...
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that...
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well...
Hey, over here!
Oh, shit. Runt's people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck!
At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.
What? Well now. Look what's
Come here,
going
Lily.
on. Jesus Christ! Are you gonna cry now?
Next.
I've got some more questions.
What?
Who is this runt? What does he look like?
I never saw him before, but he's massive and scary.
Did you notice what his sword looked like?
No, it was just a...
I think I once had the doubtful honour of meeting that bastard, and he has something... You're coming with me. Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush will want...
Don't suppose there's any chance you might...
Why should I?
I didn't do nothing all that bad, and I told you everything I know. You can tell them yourself, and leave me here, and in a few weeks I'll pack up.
Nothing bad. How many people were screaming at Neuhof?
I didn't kill no one, and I didn't start no fire neither.
But you had a hand in it, and you wanted to rob them. You could have...
I'm no saint, but surely I don't deserve to hang.
I don't give a tinker's curse. You were there, you didn't warn anyone, and you helped those murderers, even if it was only for a while. You're going to Rattay with me.
You're condemning me to death.
Maybe Sir Hanush will have mercy on you. You've had the devil's own luck.
No business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry.
Good day to you.
Let's talk about the...
Why not?
Agree?
That's better. Drop. See now.
Bait.
Yeah.
Just out of...
Your debt's paid.
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle.
That sounds straightforward enough.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one...
No honourable...
Did you...
I was prepared.
Listen.
Jesus Christ.
Man, still...
I think I've...
What's your... If there's any problem, come and...
Thanks.
Oh, and, watch out for the execution. Bye. What do you want?
I hear you're able to open...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the...
All right. Now, hey. Huh?
I hear you're able...
Certainly.
Well... Would you teach me...
Aye. Bye. Hey, lad! I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take some... First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up.
feel quite hungry.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Is that some new kind of game?
That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Christ wounds, what a fucking... Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh shit, there's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, the stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested in...
Of course.
What can I bet on?
Let's keep it simple. You can bet if you reckon you're up to it. If you lose, you forfeit your wager. But if you win, you'll get double back from me, on top of the prize money. That's a fair wager, eh?
All right, why the hell not?
I'm glad to hear. A nice little wager. Well,
there was a corpse in the...
Easy, Hal. Hold your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he...
I can see where this is going.
Clever lad. Only I wouldn't recommend talking to him about it. He's...
All right.
It should be in a trunk somewhere in the house.
Get past the lock? You mean...
No, you don't. I mean the delicate, gentle art.
I have some experience.
All right.
Will you teach me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right.
Isn't that quite... Satisfied?
I'd almost shake... Agreed. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Yeah. I'll have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to...
You'll buy stolen goods from me. Oh, thanks for your...
God be with you.
Yeah.
What's that?
Be merciful, good neighbors. I lived like you did till Skalitz was burned to ashes. You must be up to no good sneaking around in the dark. Like a... I'll be sure to give it back tomorrow.
You must be up to no good.
Yeah.
What in the name? Where are you sticking your fingers? What do you want? You've no business here. Who's there?
Hmm? Are you looking for someone?
God be with you. Farewell.
What in the name?
Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you, lad.
I'd like to enroll in...
All right.
Of course.
I'll write your name down. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Longsword.
Good. Good luck to you.
Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And he will face Alder Fryer, a man-at-arms from Sir Divish of Townboat's garrison. Welcome, our warriors! All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
No curva. The first victor in our tourney is Henry of Skalitz. And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords. Fucking hell.
Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. The first combatant will be Stephen of Dvorets, spearman in the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Welcome, our warriors! The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
What's the matter? Shit!
time to choose weapons for the next duel. The combatants will engage with warhammers.
Lost your wind. Jesus Christ!
Having proved his combat skills in this round and emerged victorious. The first combatant will be Coleman, man-at-arms of Sir Hanush of Laipar, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Ransay Kubla. Welcome, our warriors! The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Bugger! Give up. Quitting?
Change weapons for the second bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Bollocks!
Shit!
Way on!
Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai Tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanash of Lagpa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Komila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanash.
You did it in the end, Henry. No doubt you're well satisfied. And I'm...
I certainly am, my lord.
Take care now.
Fresh bread.
Carrots
Come and get
that'll
it.
make you and your
Man
family
cannot live
happy.
boyfriend alone.
Onions that'll
Can't
make
live
you
without
cry.
it
And
either.
garlic that'll keep evil spirits at bay.
God be with
we do something about the price?
Well,
Satisfied?
a nice sum. Aye.
Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you. God be with you.
Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Yeah.
God be with.
I've come for my winnings.
All right. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to give me a chance to win my groschen back?
We'll see.